Welcome to my channel Chubby Views. As the Americans have left the Afghanistan, Taliban has captured 90% of Afghanistan. Taliban is a brutal fundamentalist religious group that held power over the most of Afghanistan during the late 1990s. The word Taliban comes from Talim, that is students in Arabic, as the group was started by Pakistani religious school students in the mid-1990s. The United States Armed Forces came to Afghanistan on 2001 and now it is scheduled to be withdrawn from Afghanistan by 31st August 2021, concluding Operation Freedom Sentinel and NATO's Resolute Support Mission. The US and Allied forces invaded and occupied the country in 2001 following the 11 September attacks, with the resulting war becoming the US longest military engagement. The US forces have fought against Taliban in Afghanistan and helped the Afghanistan for nearly 20 years following the terror attacks of 11 September 2001. Earlier this year, Mr. Biden, American President Biden, set 11 September 2021 as a goal of withdrawing all US troops from Afghanistan. The US forces have marched into Kabul on November 13 as the Taliban retreated without a fight. US Special Forces working with a member of Northern Alliance in Afghanistan in November 12, 2001. A total of 2,312 US military soldiers in Afghanistan have died since 2001 by saving the civilians of Afghanistan. Between 2010 to 2012, the US had more than 100,000 soldiers in the country. The cost of a war grew to almost $100 billion a year according to US government figures. By 2018, annual expenditure was around $45 billion as a senior Pentagon official told to the US Congress that year. From 2001 to September 2019, the US military expenditure in Afghanistan has reached to $78 billion. The bulk of money spent in Afghanistan was used to counter insurgency operation and on the needs of US troops such as food, clothing, medical care and special pay and benefits. Before the US troops withdrew from the Bagram Air Base, US Central Command said it destroyed nearly 16,000 pieces of equipment, and the official data shown $143.27 billion the US has spent on reconstruction activities in Afghanistan. Since the war against Taliban began in 2001, US forces have suffered more than 2,300 deaths and around 20,660 soldiers injured in action. Afghanistan war. In the history of Afghanistan, the internal conflict that began in 1978 between anti-communist Islamic guerrillas and the Afghan communist government ended in 1979 to 89 by Soviet troops, leading to an overthrow of a government in 1992. Taliban has issued a statement ordering local religious leaders to give them a list of girls over 15 years of age and widows under the age of 45. According to the reporters, the Taliban has promised for them to be married to their fighters and taken to the Pakistan Waziristan, where they will be converted to Islam and reintegrated. After the withdrawal of US troops, within the week the Taliban captured 17 districts. President Biden has pledged that the US will continue to support Afghanistan after pulling troops out, but not militarily. The Taliban is now controlled roughly a third of all 421 districts and district centers in Afghanistan. We have won the war, American has lost, said by Talibans. The people of the nations are saying the US withdrawal from Afghanistan has encouraged the Taliban to stake their future on the battlefield. The US exit will lead to the collapse of Kabul government. 100,000 Afghan civilians have been injured and killed by Talibans. Afghanistan people have borne and burnt of the civil war, and on top of that the Taliban have denied them from basic rights and freedom in all the aspects of their lives. The US military troops have helped the Afghanistan over 20 years. One of the official senior soldiers said that what we will not do is to use our troops as an bargaining chips. We went to Afghanistan to deliver justice to those who attacked us on September 11th. We believe we achieved the objective some years ago, the senior official said, and now judge the threat to the United States to be at a level that we can address it without a persistent military footprint. There are only 8,000 US soldiers stationed in Afghanistan, and they are scheduled to withdraw from Afghanistan on 11th September 2021. Some countries are supporting Afghanistan to get released from Taliban and have peace. Thanks for watching my video. If you like my video, click the like button, subscribe and click the bell icon to know my new updates.